Hello, and welcome to CTR Cyber 5. I'm Jenny Hederman, Risk Counsel with the Office of the Comptroller, and we're speaking today with Andrew Alston, Managing Director of BreachAware, all the way across the pond in the UK. And he is one of the most experienced people that I've talked to date. He has experience all over the UK and Europe. He's worked for government and private business. He rolled out one of the first banking mobile apps, Kahoot, so he definitely knows what he's talking about. And he's currently the co-founder of BreachAware, which is continually looking for information that's been breached and helping his customers. So we're going to jump right in, and Andrew's going to talk about 5 tips for employees being safe at work at home. Thank you so much, Andrew. And we'll jump right in to cyber tip number 1.
Hi, Jenny. Well, number 1 tip I would look at is that if you're going to sign up with anyone, or if you work with anyone, you've got to have this risk approach of protecting you from the companies you use. And what does that mean? So when signing up for a service, whether it's social media or you've got a supply chain aspect, you're making a decision, and you've got to make a decision based on risk. Are you happy to share your data? What level of risk do you want to carry? Are you after convenience, or is your attitude to sharing information? Are you bothered? And if you actually base that decision-making process on your own thoughts and how you want to approach either your home life or your work life, that's your risk. But what you must do in the background is invoke a couple of security options on how you share information and how you want to actually protect your accounts and so on, such as 2-factor password management tools. Let's go on to risk cyber tip number 2. Well, number 2 is based on social media. One of my big bugbears in life, I work in the cybersecurity world, and I see some very senior people on social media platforms telling us when their birthday is. Now, that's just one snippet of information that you can actually glean on someone, and you can take that information, it's all called credential stuffing, and you can add that to that person's portfolio. So I might have his email address, I now have his birth date, you can work out whether his birthday is, and it's a very important part of your data that you can actually use to create fraud or takeover. For goodness sake, if you take one thing from today, don't post your birthday date on social media. Keep it to your family and to close friends. Also, another important aspect is location-based services. I use them. I do use them. If I'm in town and when I find a restaurant or look for a building, I turn it off. I turn it on, then I immediately turn it off. So that's a behavioural thing you can really get into. Another bugbear of mine, which is really important: why post your holiday snaps while you're on holiday? All you're doing is telling people, hey guys, I'm away, you can burgle my house, or hey guys, I've gone on holiday with this holiday company, my credentials are out there, and then people can then start trawling you, stalking you, just to nick for some data credentials. Do not post your holiday snaps while you're on holiday, do it after holiday. And if you're on holiday, or if you're, do not purchase any goods on a non-secure site, and to use a VPN. The basic thing to look for websites, if you see the little lock on the left-hand side of your URL, doesn't mean it's 100% secure, but it gives you an indication that they've taken some time to put some security around their web interface. And keep your work life separate to personal life. Do not use your, we'll come to it later on, your work email addresses with personal life and vice versa. And one of the things I have learned over the years of looking at fraud, credential stuffing, working in a banking environment, is I have a separate credit card for make purchases online, and I have a separate email address. In fact, I've got multiple email addresses, just in case that organization gets compromised, and I can close down that email address and it doesn't impact on any other of my data. Tip number 3. Yes, logouts. What does that mean? So I see my children do this, and I see most of my business colleagues do this. They have about 10, 15 tabs open on their computer, or a few apps open. That's fine, that's fine. And we all go around with our mobile telephone, and that really is your mobile device. But that gives you so much access to all your data. So I know you're not going to like this, but when you actually stop using that app, log out. I know it's a behavioral aspect where you're going to have to log back in, and it's going to cause a bit of inconvenience. But just imagine if your telephone gets stolen and you've kept everything open and someone's got past your login screen, it's going to cause you more hassle than ever. It's all about protecting your bank details. It's all about your account safety. It's all about protecting your family as well as your work business. So your mobile device is really personal. So log out, for goodness sake, log out. Also, when you walk through the office and you see someone's screen open, you know, it's a big no-no. Put the lock screen on it. It's a bigger inconvenience to work and personal life if you get compromised than just basically logging out. We're now going to go on to cyber tip 4. Patch, 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 which basically means that make sure that when you see a software notification from any of the apps you actually use and says update software, please update it. They just don't do it for fun. It's a software update notification, and it usually covers bugs and vulnerabilities. And software patches help you and your client's data by you updating it. And it's not all about you, it's about everyone else as well. And one of the theories that we have is that if there's a software patch out there to protect you, it's about giving you the best option because you deserve the latest and greatest in software. You'll notice that in our industry, a lot of the hacks that go on are caused by people not patching the latest security vulnerabilities. It's a simple thing and it doesn't take long. And the final tip, company email addresses and third-party websites. Basically, I'm looking at what we do within our organization. The amount of companies or amount of individuals that use their work email address on third-party usage. The amount of companies that I come across have been compromised because they bought a wheelbarrow from Gardens for You, and Gardens for You has been hacked, and suddenly that organization's data has been compromised because they'll take your password, they'll take your work email address, and they'll run a macro against every web interface and email interface in the world. And all the criminals want to do is get one ping out of a million, and they potentially got access to your organization. Also, when you're looking at dealing with third parties, your whole supply chain, a simple tip is just to check the email address for authenticity. Check to make sure that the person you're dealing with is spelled right, and the company you're dealing with, the domain name is spelled right. It takes a few seconds, but it's really important. The amount people get caught out is pretty high. 60% of the hacks that go on are caused by human error. And this is one of the fundamental areas around phishing and clicking on the wrong email. And again, as I mentioned earlier on, do not use your personal email address for business. It's a big no-no. And not only does it compromise your organization if you get caught out on a breach, it's the aspect that if you're using your personal email address for business, it's a loss of an audit trail, and it also causes a lot of hassle and difficulties when retrieving data or trying to investigate what's gone on, or even data for liquidation. So those are my 5 simple tips, mainly based on behavior. Yes, they will cause a bit of inconvenience, but it's a bigger inconvenience when you get hacked and compromised. Thank you, Jenny.
Those are amazing. Thank you, Andrew Alston from BreachAware, for giving us those great tips to be safe at home and at work. For more information on cybersecurity internal controls and CTR Cyber 5, check out our website at macomptroller.org. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you again on CTR Cyber 5.